Hey Mom. So I built a practice for you today by your request. So we have a very wrist-friendly practice for us today. So go ahead and grab your mat if you haven't already. Set it out. Pause if you need to, and when you come back, we'll be ready to go. Let's go ahead and get started. So let's find a mountain pose standing on your mat. So feet are about hip width distance apart or a distance that feels secure. Press all three corners of the feet down into the mat. Soft bend in the knees. Let the pelvis get heavy as you draw the tailbone down and lift the front body up. Take a nice big good morning stretch as you inhale, look up. Exhale, just gently bring the hands down to the sides. Let the palms open up towards the front of the room. Imagine you could release energy out of the fingertips as you draw the shoulder blades down the back. And just begin to tap into the breath, maybe even closing the eyes. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Two more, breathing through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Last time, breathe in through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Let's come to the top of our mat. Same stance. And then on your next breath in, we're lifting the arms up, palms face each other. Look straight forward, gaze is neutral. And then as you exhale, palms come through prayer, hinge at the hips, bend the knees. Softly find a sway left to right. Release the head. Breathe in, find halfway lift. Take the hands somewhere on the legs as you press the crown forward. Figure 7 with the body. Pull the belly button in. Exhale, fold all the way down. Make your way to tabletop only briefly. And as you breathe out, we're finding puppy pose. So lower the elbows down onto the mat, right where the hands were. Spread fingertips wide. And then just gently walk the knees back one step, letting the knees be underneath of the hips. Toes may be tucked or feet flat, whatever feels more secure. Take a breath in, really imagine it filling up through the belly. And then as you exhale, you're just going to gently release the head down towards the mat, keeping the hips lifted over the knees. If you need to walk the knees back another step, please do, but our hips stay lifted. Take one more inhale here. Exhale is Sphinx pose, so drag the nose forward, stay low to the mat. Eventually you let the pelvis land down. Take the heart forward. Tuck the chin, breathe in, fill up. Exhale. Let's take one more round of breath here in your Sphinx. Inhale. Imagine the lower ribs drawing in. And then as you exhale, just let the heart open forward. We're going to take the nose over to the left as if you were drawing a line across the horizon. Begin to look over your left shoulder. On your next exhale, you're going to drag that nose right through center, look forward, and then take it across. Come back through on your inhale, and we'll find a cobra pose by dragging the hands back towards the armpit chest, hugging the elbows in towards the body. Our feet are widths apart. And then as you inhale, imagine the heart swooping forward as you open through the collarbone, look forward. Softness in the hands, and then exhale, let your forehead land last, uncurling onto the mat. Grasshopper elbows as you hug in, maybe you test the palms this time as you lift up, cobra. Forward, and then exhale down. Last time, breathe in. Maybe take the hands wide this time for dancing cobra, lifting up. Exhale, release down. Bring those hands back onto the mat. Elbows root down as you tuck the toes underneath. From there, press the forearms down into the mat. Spread fingertips wide, and then we're going to lift up. Find a forearm plank. Keep those hips nice and low. Nail those elbows down. Take one round of breath right here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Slowly lower yourself all the way down. Plant the hands, tuck the toes up and back to downward facing dog for just a moment. Feel the stretch in the back of the legs as you pedal the heels up and down. Bend the knees generously and just walk the hands back towards the back of the mat. Find your forward fold. Inhale, it's halfway lift. Exhale, we fold. Let the arms be heavy, let the head be heavy. We're gonna stand up all the way. Make your way to a mountain pose at the bottom of your mat. Take a moment when you get there to draw the tailbone down, to lift the front body up. Come back to your mountain pose as you open through the collarbone, open through the palms, soft bend in the knees. Find a little bit of free movement here. We don't have to stay serious the whole time. Look towards the front of the mat. Take 2 big steps to get there. The feet come close together, slight amount of space between the heels. Imagine you had a block between your thighs and you were hugging that block together. Activating through those inner thighs, standing up tall, take your hands to your hips. Heart is open and lifted, breathe in. And as you breathe out, keep that chest nice and lifted as you imagine sitting back into a chair. You're going to slightly tilt forward with the upper body as the bum goes back. Keeping our pelvis nice and neutral so we're not dumping one way or the other. See if you can find that in between as you sit down, maybe a little bit lower. One more breath in. And then as you breathe out, release the hands long. Gaze is a couple feet out in front. One more inhale. See if you can reach those fingertips long as you let the hips sit back. One more breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Soften through the face, soften through the jaw. From here, we're going to come back to that chair. So as you inhale, sweep the arms forward, sit the bum back, hugging inner thighs together, chair pose. Now listen closely, you're going to want to lift up that left heel, and on your exhale, send that left foot back, find a mid lunge. You need to widen your base. You can heel toe that right foot out towards the right, so we're not on a tightrope. Think about that back heel reaching back, activating that left quad as you reach fingertips forward. Find that mid lunge, breathe in. Breathe out, find crescent lunge, bend into the back knee. Arms lift up. Really get your center underneath of you here by bending that back knee strong, pulling the belly button in. Take one round of breath right here. Inhale. As you exhale, maybe you sink down a little bit lower. From here, it's a breath in, lift the heel, warrior two. On your exhale, spin that back heel down, right hand forward, left hand back. Our front heel is in line with the back arch. Get your base underneath of you as you let the hands, the fingers reach forward and back. Take one inhale right here. And then as you exhale, straighten that front leg. Taking the back of the right hand, either on the inside of the thigh and the inside of the right leg. Inhale, look up at the left hand. And then as you exhale, we're reversing it. So bend into that front knee, take the right hand up as you let the left hand drop back. Inhale. And then as you exhale, come back, find your warrior two. Beautiful. One more breath in. And then as you breathe out, sweep the left hand forward, come to stand at the top of the mat. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, all the way down, find your forward fold. Good. When you get here, let this be a place to catch your breath for a moment. Find any rocks or sways that feel nice. And then when you're ready, we're gonna rise, standing tall in your mountain. Lift arms up, look up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, palms come through prayer. Bring the feet close together, slight space between the heels, hugging those inner thighs together. We're gonna come back to that chair pose. When we inhale, let the thumbs urge the chest to stay lifted. And then as you exhale, hinge from the hips, pulling the belly button in, sit back, chair pose. Take a breath in. And on your breath out, maybe you release the fingertips long, hugging those lower ribs in. Take an inhale, maybe the fingertips reach a little bit farther. And then as you exhale, slide that right foot back, find mid-lunge. So as if we were one long, high diagonal line. If you need to heel toe that left foot out, find a wider base as you reach the back heel back. The fingertips reach forward, inhale here. Exhale, high lunge. Dig that back knee down. Punch that right quad forward. Relax the shoulders down. One inhale right here. And another, maybe you sink a little bit lower. Heading towards that warrior two. Breathe in, lift the back heel. Exhale, open it forward, left hand forward, right hand back. Our same alignment. Front heel is in line with the back arch. Really gripping into the mat with the back blade edge of the right foot. Stand up tall through the spine as you release the hands forward and back. Let's take an inhale right here. As you exhale, take the gaze forward, right where that middle finger shoots towards the front of the room. And then as you exhale, we're going to straighten that front leg, preparing for triangle. Open the palms forward, same direction as the heart. As you inhale, lift the left hand up. And then as you exhale, transition by tilting through the waist. Left hand will find somewhere on the leg. If you have a block that you'd like to use here, you may. Really stamping that back foot down, lifting the back hip up. Breathe in, look up at that right hand. As you breathe out, bend into the front knee. We're finding all the way through to reverse warrior. Lift the left hand up as the right hand drops back. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Come back to your warrior two. Inhale, right arm sweeps. You stand tall, mountain at the front of your mat. Exhale, we fold all the way down. Inhale, let's find halfway lift. Find that figure 7 with the body. Exhale, forward fold. Stand tall all the way up with both hands. We're going to pick that right foot up and open towards the right side of our mat, so that long edge. Nice and tall. Go ahead and take the toes out. Take the hands as wide as they might go. As you find a star pose, take a breath in into the belly. Exhale, sink the shoulder blades down. Create space between the shoulders and the ears. One more breath in. Breath out. Bring the hands to the waist, right on the hip points here. Fingers can feel the pelvic bone right here. As you bring the toes to point forward, keep that soft bend in the knees. Imagine the crown lifting up towards the ceiling. Take a round of breath right here. Beautiful. From here, we're going to find a wide forward fold. So on your next inhale, imagine yourself lifting up through the crown. And then on your breath out, we're hinging from the hips. You can even let the fingertips help you as you guide the upper body to fold forward, hinging at the hips. When you get there, you can keep hands on the hips, or if it feels good, to release fingertips. You can wiggle walk the toes a little bit wider if you like. Finding just a little freedom of movement here. Go ahead, crawl fingertips towards the left foot, really feeling that stretch through the right side body. Exhale, neck is loose, head is heavy, reach towards the right toes, stretch through the left arm. Good, come back through center. We're gonna heel toe the feet in, finding that forward fold towards the long edge of the mat. And then we're gonna find a crouch down to the ground. So just bend the knees and drop the hips back and let yourself land down onto your mat. And then make your way to your bum. Eventually, we will meet all the way down on the ground. Take your time. When you get there, just take a nice breath in as you allow the knees to be bent. Hands may come down by the hips, pressing down onto the mat as you bring the heels in towards the body, about hip width distance apart, 10 toes point forward. Take a round of breath just to feel the length of your spine on the ground. Setting up for bridge pose. Your heels will feel heavy, 10 toes spread wide, no grippy toes though. And then as you breathe in next, we're going to scoop the hips forward and lift up just gently, letting them hover off the mat, nailing the shoulder blades down into the mat, widening through the collarbone. Stay right here for a round of breath. Inhaling through the nose. And exhaling through the nose. Let the tailbone land last as you uncurl one bone at a time. Eventually, the sacrum, the base of the spine, will land. Hip points will land. Breathe in. Breathe out. Invite the knees to come in towards the chest and you hug either around your shins or the backs of the legs. Taking a gentle rock left to right. Stay here hugging in, or find a happy baby by taking hands to the outer edges of the feet, the inner arches of the feet, or peace fingers and thumb find the big toe. If you're new to happy baby, you might start with just one leg kicking out while the other stays put. Hopefully allowing a stretch through your hamstring. Other side on your breath in. And your breath out. Take a couple moments here to just play. Asking the lower back, the bottom of the spine to stay rooted onto the mat. Trusting that your legs know what to do. You might even close the eyes and just feel the way this shape is unfolding for you today. When that feels complete, you can make your way down to your back to find a posture of rest where we will close our practice today. Traditional Shavasana, he's here on the ground, laying on the back, letting the toes, the feet splay where they may, palms offered up to the sky. When you're ready, start to come back to the sensations of your body. Lick your lips. Gently let the head rock from left to right. Feet and hands might join the party. Wiggling fingertips, rolling ankles. We're going to land in a fetal position on our right side, drawing the knees up towards the chest, letting the bottom arm be a pillow. Give yourself this moment to be here. And then in your own time, just begin to press your way up, finding a comfortable seat. If there's a wall nearby, you can find some support there by leaning up against it. Give yourself this last moment to be mindful, to be present. Bring your left hand to your heart, bring your right hand to your belly. The next time you inhale, imagine sending the breath into that right hand. Exhale, it softens. 2 more, breath in, breath out. Last one, breath in, and breath out. Bring the palms together, bring the thumbs to the forehead. Your next breath in is gratitude to oneself for showing up on the mat today. And your breath out, you send that gratitude to others around you. Inhale one more time together. As we exhale, we bow to one another. Breathe in. Exhale, release. Thank you for joining me for class today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope your wrists enjoyed it too. I hope to see you back on the mat super soon.